Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mountain West IRA's Facebook Live. I'm Megan Brenneman, and I'm here
Bianca
with
Krieger.
Bianca. I'm so excited to be doing this show with her today. Been wanting to do something with her for a while now since we started doing this because her and I have an amazing relationship and we work really well together. So I'm so excited to be doing this with you, Bianca.
Yes, thank you for having me. Just so you guys know, I am one of our representatives that work out of our Tampa, Florida location, and Megan works out of our Boise, Idaho location. So we only get to see each other in real life a couple times a year, but we work together every single day. So even though we do work across the country, we are representatives that work cohesively and congruently together.
Yes, we do. So really quick, I just want to go into a quick disclaimer that we read every time. So Mountain West IRA does not offer investment, tax, financial, or legal advice to our clients. We do not promote, endorse, or offer any investments. Individuals who believe that they need advice should consult with the appropriate licensed professional in their area. So today, let's get started. Super excited because today we're kind of covering all aspects of IRAs, self-directed IRAs. With that being said, you have promissory notes, real estate, private placement. Which one did I miss? I missed one.
We have not only private placement, but private stock, precious metals, and foreign currency. If you are ever unsure about a deal or you have questions, you can always let us know. I know when we talked about earlier in one of our previous webinars, Megan Gillane let us know a little bit about being able to invest in cows inside of your IRA. So there's no idea that's too far-fetched or out of the norm. With alternative assets, we are out of the norm. We are specialized for you and your needs. So if you have any kind of ideas about what you're wanting to invest in, throw a comment down below. You can also email us. You can call us at your convenience, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We want to make sure that you have all the opportunity to be able to make the investment of your choice.
Yes. So I did throw our number down there and our email address. So if you have any questions, but we would really like it if you guys wouldn't mind commenting on any questions that you have, because we're kind of doing a brief overview of the different types of alternative investments. We want to be able to answer those questions for you right away. So any question, please feel free to ask it. We may be covering it, but just make sure that you ask it now, then we can always get those answered for you.
Yes.
With that being said, we kind of want to do a quick overview of kind of what we covered this last week. So Bianca, if you kind of want to jump into Monday, because I know that you were in on that, and It was amazing. I love Tisha, so that was great. So please share.
So a brief overview of what we went over on Monday was mindset. And with the course of everything that's going on as of right now, positive mindset is not only wanted, but it's needed, it's necessary, it's dire. So when we're going through times of crisis, it is good to take a moment, from what Tisha said, is to take a step back and to remove yourself from the situation or information and really take time to, what she said is to meditate. And meditate doesn't mean that you do have to sit in a, crisscross and think or speak about nothing. Meditation can mean lots of different forms. I know that we went over cleaning as a form of meditation. Exercise can be a form of meditation. If something calms you, relaxes you, and takes you out of that situation, being able to take a step back, being able to look at the bigger picture, it is very beneficial for you to be able to remove yourself, so then you can spark new ideas, you can refresh yourself, you can be ready for those next steps. Sometimes in these kind of situations, information can be overwhelming. So it's great to take a moment, get back to a better mindset, take a step back to be able to look at every single aspect so you can thrive in this situation. There are companies that thrive in all sorts of situations, and that's who we are as Mountain West IRA.
That is so true. I would definitely say during this time, it's so important to be thinking bigger picture. That's why we started talking about IKs this week as well, as those small businesses are struggling. maybe they're not in that mindset right now, but changing that mindset and thinking, hey, how is this going to benefit me for the future? Because as we talked with Jason Anderson this week, the building and all of the real estate investment stuff here has not changed. Like, we're still growing that way. And it's so exciting because I feel like if us educating and talking to you gives you the opportunity to have an understanding with all these different people and what they're doing right now, we're trying to help you guys. We want everybody to take advantage of this. In 2008, when all this was happening, the ones that were making a lot of money were the ones that were investing in real estate and doing these different types of things. So we want you guys to know that this is still an option, that you guys can create wealthy growth with your IRAs by doing self-direction. Right, B? This is something. Sorry, I called you B too. We talked about that. Just like a conversation.
That's great. No, that's a great segue. You do want to keep in mind with real estate, everyone needs a place to live. That is a market that is great for our opportunities for our clients. We're never going to tell you this is the option that you need to do. This is what you need to do. You have the option to be able to choose what you know best. And if you don't know best, this is a great opportunity to be able to learn more about things that you may be interested in that you don't 100% know about. So I just want to let everyone know, even though if you don't have a question, just shoot us a hi. Just let us know you're watching.
Yes, I would love that. There's 4 people watching, and yet I don't know who any of you are. Even if it's somebody that we work with, say hi to us because we love it.
Just let us know. We really want to make sure that we are giving you information that you are wanting as well. So if you let us know by any means necessary, we're more than happy to be able to answer your questions, as well as give you insight, as well as different types of education and information. That is definitely what we are here for. Hi, Diana and Shelly.
Yes. Hi,
guys. Hi. So thank you for saying hello. We appreciate that. These are some of our coworkers. And hi, Nick. How are you doing? Thank you so much for you guys saying hello.
Don't forget to share this so that your friends know that you're watching it, so that we can get more people watching. We just want to educate. And like I said, it's one of those big things. We are starting with next week some more in depth. So we're kind of covering a lot right now with different alternative investments, but just know we're just scratching the surface. That we will be working on next week, and some of our lives will be very informational and in depth. If you haven't had a chance to watch yesterday's live, please watch it. I'll tell you, if you are looking for real estate investments and things like that, it's educational. It's something that we're not saying go, work with Jason or anything like that. But if you have questions or you want more information, you can talk to us. We want to keep you informed.
Definitely. I just wanted to put that out there that promissory notes can be secured with real estate. But like he mentioned before, it doesn't need to be secured with that specific piece of real estate. You can secure with other forms of assets. I think that we talked about that in a previous webinar. If you guys haven't watched, I mean a Facebook Live. If you guys haven't watched all of them, just go back and look. All of them are pre-recorded, so you have all of that information at your fingertips. What's great about promissory notes is that you get to be able to choose whether you have them secured or unsecured as well. That is a lot of opportunity that you get to be able to have as an investor to be able to make those calls and what you want to secure that with. From what my knowledge is, I'm pretty sure we also have a previous client that secured promissory notes with vehicles because they happen to own a car lot. So there's so many different types of ideas and opportunities. If you guys have anything that you're thinking of, just let us know. Basically the world is your oyster. You get to choose what you want. The IRS only dictates certain things that you cannot invest in, such as life insurance, collectibles, alcohol. Yeah. So, and the reason why they do that is because you need to be able to have I just wanted to segue into something that I know some of our clients ask about is fair market valuations. So the IRS wants to know what's inside of your account. So as long as you can basically put a dollar value on what your asset is, more likely than not, we can be able to fund that investment for you. We can make sure that we are getting this opportunity for you. With that being said, fair market evaluations is basically a way for alternative assets like ours and like our customers have, our clients have, is basically being able to put a dollar amount saying, this is what my asset is worth, this is what it is, this is what's inside of my account. So at every single moment of the time of the year, you know what your asset is worth, but so do we, and so does the IRS if they ever needed to know.
Yes. And really the only thing that would affect that or your investment is prohibited people and prohibited transactions. That's something we're going to cover in a later show. So we'll be doing that one as well. So that was great, Bianca. It was great information, and that's what we're trying to give to you. I know we had some more people jump on for a little bit. So if you are new, please say hi. If not, we'll just keep going through. Bianca, talk to me a little bit about private placement. I know we've kind of talked a little bit about real estate. We've talked about promissory notes. What about private placement?
So private placement is very similar to what most people know as public assets, but it's the complete opposite. So most people trade on a public platform, such as, mutual funds, publicly traded bonds, stocks. Private is a little bit different to where this private company has the authority of who can purchase and who they can sell to. So basically, this is a who's club on being able to find private companies that you want to invest in. So, for example, if you can trade on a public traded platform, that is not private. So we do not hold those types of assets. Private placement is different, as in you have the opportunity to invest in this specific company, but that specific company has basically the interest of being able to invest.
Sorry. Have you as went on the screen, so sorry about that.
With private placement, you from what my knowledge is that when you're investing in these private companies, you have a subscription agreement going along the lines of what your return could possibly look like. You do want to make sure that you are reading over these documents to be able to make sure that you are getting the deal that you are wishing to. So it's not like you can just click on your computer and click what stock you're wanting to do. You're wanting to be able to choose a company that aligns with your portfolio that you are choosing, as well as making sure that when you are looking at these types of agreements, that it's exactly what you are wanting.
So that kind of brings up, I know Diana talked about checkbook control a little bit this week. And one of the things I think that a lot of people don't realize is that we don't actually set up LLCs. So it's still your responsibility to go in and, find an attorney, find somebody that can set up the LLC for you if you're investing it that way. So there's different options with private placement, whether it's a business that you create and have the checkbook control, or if you're investing in an LLC. So there's different options there.
Yes, I definitely wanted to segue into that attorney part. Something that a lot of our clients like to do is that they just like to use their regular attorney for everything that they're doing. And I like to use this little example of when you break your foot, you're not going to go to your regular doctor. You're going to go to a specialist. So you do want to make sure that you're speaking with an attorney that is well-versed in ERISA law. If you have any questions about ERISA law, you can always shoot us an email. You can put it in the comments so we can go a little bit deeper onto that. I know we will go a little bit more in depth on private placement checkbook control in a future live. So make sure you hit that bell, the notification bell, so you are notified ahead of time any single time that we have a Facebook Live. We want to make sure that we're giving you in-depth and real information in real time.
Yes.
Because you want to make sure that you're getting someone that specializes in what you're wanting to do. Not everyone knows exactly about self-direction and IRA. So we want to make sure that you're getting the correct professional that is certified as well.
Right. Good point. So with that being said, we're going to go into a little bit more with promissory notes. I want to jump back to that a little bit, just because we do have a specialist coming in on Monday. So Megan Gillane will be talking with Kevin Gillane about promissory notes and how the in-depth process of it. So we'll talk about what you can do, what you can't do with those promissory notes. So that is something that we will cover here on Monday.
Excellent. So I think we went over almost everything that we did this week. We're giving you an insight of what's going on next week. One thing that I know that we have not talked about yet, but we will go next week, is precious metals and foreign currency. So let's see. Can I use my 401k as collateral on a promissory note? So that is a great question. So when you are investing, your 401k would be the investment funds on that promissory note. So if you're wanting to lend out funds from a 401k or an individual solo 401k, you can certainly do so. So it just depends on how you schedule that note, whether the note is for you or if the note is for someone else. You can definitely call us at your convenience and we can talk more personalized about what you're wanting to do with your IRA and your future plans. So just make sure you email us. Our email is right down there below, accounts@mwira.com. And we're more than happy to be able to talk to you specifically about what you're wanting to do with your future account and your retirement accounts.
Good point. Just note that with 401ks, when you are using them, they're not always eligible to be moved from one custodian to another. So that is something to keep in mind when doing a rollover. Some are qualified and some are not. So that's where that factor would come into place. So
you do also want to consider whether you are still working for that company or not. If you are working for that company, the administrator that is handling that account has the opportunity to be able to give you a yay or a nay on that. So some key words that you would want to be able to ask them is if they allow in-service distributions. I'm just going to repeat that one more time just so everyone knows. It is called an in-service distribution. If you are still working for a company that assists you, that is an employer-sponsored plan like a 401k, if you can move those funds out into a company like ours that allows alternative assets that some other companies do not allow. So that could be a big point to be able to get your funds where you want them to be at. But you do want to keep in mind that it is up to that employer-sponsored plan to be able to basically say yay or nay on that information.
That's right. Awesome. So we will be going over precious metals as well. So hopefully we answered that question for you, Nick. If not, please let us know by sending an email to accounts or giving us a call at 866-377-3311. Next week, we will be going over promissory notes more in depth. So if you want to join that webinar as well, or Facebook Live, we will have that available for you on Monday. I believe we're doing it at 3:30 Mountain Standard Time. So you will have access to watch that video as well live, or if you're busy during that time, you can always watch these later. Like I said before, watch them because we have some great information regarding the self-direction options and just personal mindset, right? So
exactly. So I think that we're going to wrap this up.
If there's not any other questions.
I do think that we got a couple more viewers. So if you are new here, please let us know if you want to talk about anything specifically. Please let us know your questions. We just want to make sure that we're getting you all of the information that you are looking for as soon as possible. So there's no dumb questions. You can ask anything that you want. And retirement accounts are a great way to be able to prepare for your future. So you just want to keep that in mind, not only for you, but your family and your loved ones. So true. So true. All right. Well, we'll give it just a second. If we don't have any more comments that come through or with questions, it was great talking with everybody. I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. And from everybody at Mountain West IRA, take care of yourself and your families. Have a great day and have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Yes. Bye. Bye.